You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Well, guys, this is going to be a follow-up video to a video I believe I did late last week. USA Cycling, they got some explaining to do because they allowed a male who's identifying as a female to race against the females, and newsflash, he finished in first place. Yeah, a grown man finished in first place. And the thing is, guys, USA Cycling went out of their way to actually hide that this was actually a man. When they actually posted the names of the cyclists, they refused to actually post his name. Now, of course, he was actually going by a female name, but still, they didn't even put that name up there, folks, because they didn't want the women, the female cyclists, to do any investigating whatsoever. They were trying to hide this person from the females. Absolutely shameful, folks. And there was actually one cyclist that said, you know what? I figured it out. This is a man. And I'm not getting on that podium. I'm going to refuse to get on the podium. Now, her name is Julie Cutts Peterson. And she's actually done cycling before, even like in team events. And she knows what a male sprint looks like. So at first, she didn't know that this was a male. Then all of a sudden, the sprint happened to the finish. And she was stunned. She's like, wait a minute. That's a man. These cyclists know it, man. They know it. That's why there was actually a massive protest at the end. So let's go ahead and get into it, guys, because Julie Cutts Peterson actually went on Fox News and defended why she actually refused to get on that podium, guys. So let's go ahead and do it. Right over here, female cyclists who refuse to share a podium with hidden trans rival defends protests that left crowd stunned. Female cyclist Julie Cutts Peterson has defended her decision to take a stand against a transgender rival during a recent event. Peterson came second in a women's national championship race in Wisconsin last week after being beaten by KJ Phillips, who was born a biological man. In response, Peterson refused to take to the podium alongside Phillips and later insisted that she, quote, did not want to race against a man. The statement, according to Peterson, drew shock from the fans in attendance, but now the veteran cyclist has defended her actions on the day. In an interview with Fox News, Peterson explained that both herself and race leader Debbie Milne had been overtaken by KJ in the final sprint. And folks, that's when the lights went off right there. Well, actually, I should say the lights turned on. That's when she realized that that was a man. Yeah, USA Cycling should be ashamed, man. And I'm just looking at KJ Phillips right here. Obviously, that looks like a male. When you're cycling, though, you have your helmet on, that kind of thing. But that's absolutely disgusting, man, that they would actually hide that from the women. So let's go ahead and listen into this clip right here. So Fox News has a little clip here, minute 10 seconds. Female cyclist Julie Cutts Peterson defends herself after refusing to share the podium with a biological man. I can say that I have freedom of speech. So let's go ahead and listen to it, guys. Here we go.
I said I did not want to race against a man, and the whole audience just went, oh, like I shouldn't have said that. So we're going to back it up to the final sprint where Debbie Milne was clearly going to win the race. I was second on her wheel. She was the race leader to watch. And out of nowhere came third place, KJ and beat us both in the sprint. Unfortunately, Debbie was relegated to 7th place, different circumstance. And after the race, I was angry because I knew what had happened. I've raced thousands of races against women, and not thousands, 100 races against women, thousands against in group rides, sprinting against men. And I knew at that sprint that that was a man's sprint.
You heard that right there, guys. She knew that was a male sprint. She knew it.
And at the finish line, I was upset. I said I did not want to race against a man, and the whole audience just went, oh, like I shouldn't have said that. And in my mind, I'm like, I can say that. I have freedom of speech. I was raised believing in the Bible, where men are created by God, and God created women from men.
You know what I'm thinking, guys? I'm thinking that when she says the crowd was stunned, I'm thinking that when they heard her say that the crowd didn't even know that this was a man. That's what I'm thinking right there. The crowd did not know that KP Phillips, or what's his name? Doesn't matter. KP Phillips is a man. And they were probably shocked that she actually said that, because they weren't expecting KP Phillips to be a man, but KP Phillips is a man. And she's standing on her Bible beliefs. Men are men, women are women. X, Y is a real thing. She's right. She's absolutely right about this. She stood on her convictions, guys, and she refused to get on that podium. When I did my video, there was actually a picture. Actually, we can go right back over here, because they're showing it to you right here in the video clip. Right here is the male, and then she should have been standing right there. She didn't do it. She refused to get on that podium. And I don't blame her one bit. Shout out to Julie Peterson, man. She did the right thing. Shame on USA Cycling for hiding that this was a male from all of the women. It makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. But I believe USA Cycling hid the fact that this was actually a male, because they knew that these women were going to be furious if they actually found out this was a man. They were going to be furious. And newsflash, they put 2 and 2 together, and guess what? They were furious. Shame on USA Cycling. Gonna leave it right there, guys. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.